Greetings everyone, I hope you're all well. Okay, so video 6 I did a short video on creating this kind of jade little bonsai here with a little Buddha pot, and I had a nice comment from a fellow YouTuber. His name is Yeti. If you'd like to have a look at his channel, he's got some great videos and some groovy bonsais as well. So that's Bold Yeti. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. And he made the suggestion of doing another one, but using a ficus. And I thought that was going to be I thought it was a really good idea. So I'm going to be attempting to train a cutting in order to do that. So what the idea will be is to plant the ficus in the actual pot and then put this Buddha in a bigger pot and then have the roots coming around, and maybe even getting some aerial roots if possible as well, like sort of going over the shoulders or something, you know. So basically this is going to be a very early stage of that kind of idea. So thank you, Bold Yeti. Cheers, mate. So I've got a yogurt pot here and a bit of wire, some water with a tiny bit of rooting hormone powder in this. I'm talking sort of a very small amount. I don't know if you can see this here, it's like a tiny little spoon. So I'm talking just a level one of these, just hardly anything, but just enough just to help those roots come along. The cutting itself, if I can get that out of this water for the temporarily, where are you? There you are. So this is the cutting. It was taken from my parent bonsai. It's got a few roots on it. It's actually been sat in a propagator over a heat mat. I seem to have better results with that rather than water, so I've kind of done that first just to get it started, and then I'm going to transfer it into a pot of water. But then what I'm going to do is, using this wire, I'm going to create a kind of a I don't know what you want to call it, like a bit of a ledge like this, so that the plant can sort of like hover just above the water, so we can train those roots, if you know what I mean. So I'm sorry, you can't even see that, can you? Let me just adjust this camera for a second now. Right, here we go. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, what I'm going to do is use this wire and create like a shelf type thing here like this, so that the actual cutting can rest on there without completely falling in, and then we can actually use the level of the water to train the roots. So what I'm going to do, these pots are ideal for cuttings. I think I've mentioned it a few times, and it's like a good way of recycling them, but they do have a tendency to crack. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat this wire just a little bit and just pierce a couple of holes in here like so. Come on, here you go. And then I'll straighten the wire. I'll try and straighten the wire. Come on. There you go, that'll do. And then I'm going to feed the wire through the holes that I've just created. And rather than just cutting all that and wasting it, I'm going to make one end shorter. Just leave enough so I can twist it. That's better. Like that. And snip that off. Actually, I don't even need to twist it, I can just do that. So now I can adjust the width of this for the cutting. So the next thing I'm going to do is just put some of this water in. I've got a few of these cuttings, so this is just one of them. It's got some good roots on it. So the leaves will basically keep the cutting, stop it falling completely in, and then I can just adjust the level. Just so it's just above. So it's just above the roots there. And then what I'll do, I'll keep an eye on that, and as they get longer and longer, I'll adjust the wire and gently keep pulling the cutting up. There will come a stage where I'll probably need a deeper pot to do this in, which I'll try and find in the meantime. And obviously keep an eye on the roots as well to make sure that we don't have any issues with the roots, because obviously being in water, they sometimes can get root rot, so we've got to be careful of that as well. So yeah, we'll try that and see how it goes. And I've got some other ones here, but these they are a bit longer, but there's just not many of them right now, so I'm going to keep those. That one's quite long on there, so I'm just going to keep them going in a similar solution. And then what I'll do, I'll put these back in the terrarium thing that I showed you in the previous video, and that will help as well, because they've got constant light. Well, not constant, but they have like roughly about 8 to 10 hours of light a day, plus it's nice and warm, and this will help with the roots even more, because obviously the more light and heat, the more they need to drink, really. So, and then yeah, and then we'll move on to get into this stage, which will be a while yet, obviously, but depending on how quick they grow, vicuses in general do grow pretty quick, like root wise anyway. So so that's that. I'll have another video up as well soon. I kind of did it yesterday, but I'm still debating whether I should upload it or not. I always said to myself that I would never get a vicus ginseng, and yesterday I went out to Lidl in the UK here, and we were just walking around and we saw one just sat on the shelf all alone, so I ended up buying it because it was only it didn't even have a price on it, and it looked so neglected and on its last legs. So I thought, you know, we've got to rescue this. So I kind of rescued it. I rescued it, but yeah, it had a couple of problems, and yeah, so I'll see if I post it or not. But I think I might do, just for the comical value more than anything else. But the poor little thing was in such a sorry state, and it had no price on it. So I asked them, and it was only £5. So it was extremely root bound as well. So I rescued him. So I'll see if I can show you a video of that later on. As for this guy, yeah, I'll leave him for now and keep an eye on his roots. Ideally, what I could do with is something similar to, like, I don't know if you remember at school, you used to get those plastic measuring like tubes. They were really thin, you know, like sort of like about this thin, but really tall. I could do with some of those. So I might have a look on eBay for something like that, or Amazon or whatever, somewhere, and see if I can get one of those, because that would be ideal. But yeah, it's an experiment. If it works, great. If it doesn't, no worries. I've still got a few other cuttings. And I've also still got some in the propagators as well, so I can just leave them in there and keep an eye on the roots, and try and get them so that they're longer in the soil or in the propagators. So there you go, a project on the way, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you dislike, then please let us know why, and I'll try my best to do something more interesting if I'm a bit boring or whatever. Anyway, have a good day, and take care. See you soon. Out of here.